Coming up tonight, a full slate. The Progressive Liberal Party officially ratifying their final round of candidates for the upcoming 2026 general election. The Prime Minister pressed for a date. We've got his answer. But first, police in Grand Bahama are investigating the circumstances surrounding the shooting death of a 37-year-old man overnight. They're appealing for information. And later, food, culture, and community. Our Danielle Miller traveling to Eleuthera for the 7th annual Eleuthera Food and Craft Festival. We've got the full recap. The details for these stories and so much more as Our News Weekend starts now. This is Our News Weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Megan Shepard. Police are investigating the shooting death of a 37-year-old man over in Grand Bahama. Shortly after 10 p.m. yesterday, officers responded to an area near Adventure Way and East Atlantic Drive, where they discovered the man with apparent gunshot injuries. EMS transported him to the hospital, where he later succumbed while receiving medical treatment. Police say the circumstances surrounding this incident remain unclear, and they are appealing to anyone who may have information that may assist to come forward. If you have relevant details, you are asked to call 911-919, your nearest police station, or the CID on Grand Bahama. Anonymous tips are also welcomed through Crime Stoppers at 328-8477. While the Progressive Liberal Party officially kicking its 2026 campaign into high gear with the ratification of the remaining 13 candidates for a full slate of 41 candidates named for the general election. A decision by the party to cancel the outdoor fanfare associated with candidate ratifications due to inclement weather didn't seem to dampen the enthusiasm of supporters. Within 20 minutes, the internal engine of the party, the National General Council, had made the final decision, and the newly minted candidates emerged. Among the candidates getting the nod today were party leader Philip Davis for Cat Island, Rumkey, and San Salvador, and Deputy Leader Chester Cooper for Exuma and Ragged Island. Cooper spoke with reporters on the outside of the party's Gambia House headquarters.
We have a good cast of newcomers, as I've mentioned, and we have a full cast in Grand Bahama as well. So I am delighted that we've now completed our full slate and we are ready for the road, as they say.
What kind of timeline are you looking at to the election? Are we expecting a long run, a short run on the campaign?
The man who can answer that will probably be exiting very shortly. The good news is it'll be in 2026. That's much I can tell you. But, you know, this is an indication that time isn't as long as it was. So this is our mandate to get to work, and I expect that all of our candidates will do just that.
One of the hotly contested races in the nomination process was Southern Shores, which ultimately went to longtime party officer Obi Roberts, beating out ZNS General Manager Clint Watson. There were also new candidates ratified for St. James and Bimini and the Berry Islands. The media was also made aware that there will be no pre-election convention, as was hinted at last week. Following his own ratification, Prime Minister Davis was pressed about the actual election date.
Read the tea leaves, and the tea leaves would point you very near to where that could be.
So near, you mean 3 months?
I'm happy with the slate of candidates we have selected. They're ready to serve. They are energetic and ready to carry forward the progress that we have started. There's a lot of things in the pipeline, a lot of things are on the way. We've done a lot, still a lot more to do, and they're prepared to put their shoulders to the wheel and get it done.
Prime Minister, every time we get into this cycle, there's always a call for a fixed election date. People are always saying that it's not fair that one man holds the election date. How possibly could we see that, and why not have a fixed election?
Well, I have no objection to fixed election dates. I don't, right? But now we're in a season where it is not so, and as soon as we fix that, it will be good.
So if you given a second time, you'd have a fixed election date?
That would be something for me to consider.
Well, be sure to join Our News tomorrow at 7 and 7:30 for a full wrap on the final ratification and hear from many of the newcomers. United Artists Bahamas Union President Leonard Link Scavella is weighing in on the Registrar General recently confirming that their rival union is not operating outside the law. One day after the Registrar of Trade Unions rejected claims by the United Artists Bahamas Union that a rival musicians union is operating outside the law. The Tribune newspaper reporting that Registrar Yolantha Yallop confirmed the Bahamas Musicians and Entertainers Union is in compliance with trade union requirements and holds a valid compliance certificate. That contradicts statements made by UABU president in a press conference on Wednesday, where Scavella alleged the other union was not entitled to issue letters of support for foreign entertainers seeking to work in the Bahamas. Scavella was asked about the registrar's comments in a press conference. His response was candid.
The registrar is now saying that they have it. And I am saying yes. If the registrar says that, she will not lie. They now have it. I shouldn't be here trying to fight for foreign artists not coming into the country and this and that, when we have all these Bahamian musicians and entertainers in this country, and I gotta be here fighting another union because they want foreign artists to come in.
Bahamas Power and Light CEO Tony Pratt sharing BPL's aggressive push toward introducing a new energy regime that includes solar power, battery energy storage systems, and liquefied natural gas with her regional counterparts at the Caribbean Energy Summit. Pratt was a featured speaker at the event that was recently held in Rio Grande, Puerto Rico. She says it goes beyond just an investment in the energy sector. She told attendees that at the heart of this transition is a fundamental shift in how investment flows into the energy sector. Pratt adding that investing in more renewable energy has proven successful for BPL.
Through a structured framework of independent power producers, or IPPs, the government has enabled private sector partners to develop and operate solar farms under the power purchase agreements with BPL.
Pratt also highlighting the success of one of BPL's earliest independent power producers, Bahamas Utilities Company. BUC is currently governed by a 30-year power purchase agreement with government. And Pratt says that they're already seeing tangible results.
Their production is enhancing operational efficiency and demonstrating the value of partnership-driven approach. Equally important is their role in helping usher in a historic milestone for the Bahamas, the introduction of LNG. This represents a critical transitional fuel in our new energy era. This is an investment in energy potential that we look forward to reaping dividends while positioning us as a more sustainable energy provider.
The Brazilian government donating water purification units to the Disaster Risk Management Authority. The donation is worth some $46,000 and was made as a result of the impact sustained in the Southern Islands due to Hurricane Melissa last October. Ragged Island, Long Island, Acklins, Crooked Island, Long Key, Samana Key, Rum Key, and San Salvador were among the impacted islands last October. Brazil's ambassador to the Bahamas, Claudio Lin, says the donation was a no-brainer after seeing the destruction left by the Category 2 storm.
This donation from the Brazilian government came in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. It is a simple but effective way of purifying water, which we know can be an issue in the case of hurricanes and other natural disasters. So it is our sincere hope that this equipment will be an additional help in these terrible situations.
On hand to receive the donation was DRM Authority's Managing Director, Aaron Sargent, who shared the donation will go a long way toward preparing for national disasters.
While Hurricane Melissa served as the catalyst for this contribution, the water purification unit strengthened our national preparedness beyond that event by helping to ensure that families, shelters, and critical facilities have access to safe drinking water during emergencies, particularly when normal systems are disrupted. This donation enhances our ability and capability to respond more effectively to future disasters and protect public health when it matters most.
When our news weekend comes back from the break, staying connected and understanding the challenges facing the community. Urban Renewal Grand Bahama and the RBPF continuing their walkabouts throughout the island. Plus, Scotiabank's continued commitment to culture, why they continue to invest tens of thousands of dollars into the local Junior Junkanoo Parade. That's coming up when our news weekend returns.
Crunch boring lunches and enjoy real food at a real good price with KFC's value deals. For $5.95, you can get a famous bowl and a drink or a one-piece chicken box. For max value, grab a value box. That's a piece of our iconic chicken, nuggets, cheesy mashed potato, a biscuit, fries, a dessert biscuit, and soda, all for just $9.95. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Urban Renewal Grand Bahama, along with police officers from the northern region, conducting a community walkabout in 8 Mile Rock on Friday. Officials say the initiative is part of their ongoing commitment to stay connected with residents and better understand the challenges facing the community. Sergeant Natalie Knowles of the Royal Bahamas Police Force Urban Renewal Division says the walkabout allows officers and organizers to engage directly with residents and offer support where needed.
To meet the residents face to face and to just encourage them about safety measurement, safety tips, and like Senator said, it's all about our youth and informing them about our daily programs at the center. I can truly say it's a joy and a privilege to be a part of the Urban Renewal Division. That's something I love doing, helping and assisting the less fortunate and those who have also fallen on hard times.
Deputy Director of Urban Renewal, Senator Kirkland Russell, says the walkabouts are held annually with teams moving through communities together to assess needs and provide assistance.
And we decided that we would come into the Bartlett Hill, Andrestown, Hannah Hill area and just walk through these communities.
Meantime, Scotiabank donating $75,000 to this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade. This is the 3rd time the bank has come on board, investing in the future of culture. They've dubbed the investment Junior Jumpstart, an initiative that's geared toward promoting creative, cultural, and financial literacy. Here's Retail Director Nama Barker.
And essentially what it is, it's really giving kids, youth of the nation, a jumpstart to creativity, financial literacy, to increase their energy around promoting our Bahamian culture, which is so vibrant. So we will be moving around to 6 schools in Nassau and Grand Bahama, teaching them about basic money management.
She says with 70 years of existence, one of their goals is to empower and enrich the next generation of leaders. Emphasizing the Jumpstart initiative showcases their continued commitment of pursuing that goal.
We're celebrating 70 years. We've had 70 years to invest in the youth of our nation, 70 years to invest in other enriching initiatives in the Bahamas. We're very proud of it.
Still to come on Our News Weekend, the 7th Annual Food and Craft Festival in Eleuthera officially a wrap. Our Danielle Miller on island for the event, and of course, she took in all of the fun and has the details. But first,
one of our nation's best is on the comeback trail. Find out who next on Our Sports Weekend.
Great deals all day, every day. Available now at Marco's Pizza. Order today.
Oh, isn't that nice? Wait, you missed it? Ah, you haven't been on the website. Here's how TDC can help you. Whether you're turning your home into a vacation rental, pitching a business idea, or growing what you've already started, the TDC is here to help. Visit tdcbahamas.com for every conversation, event, grant, and opportunity happening near you. Tourism is all of our business, and the TDC is here to support yours.
From 2017, one show has set the standard for current affairs in the Bahamas, and that's On the Record, one of the longest running current affairs shows on our TV. We've been the place where newsmakers come to talk. We've sat down with leaders in government, industry leaders, cultural icons, and international experts. From breaking news to in-depth analysis, our conversation sets the tone for the nation. We've tackled the biggest issues on the planet, held leaders accountable, and given voice to the people. From politics to culture, business to environment, no topic is off limits. Join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. and again on Sunday at 8 p.m. Catch us streaming live on Facebook or catch up with your favorite episode on our YouTube channel. 9 seasons strong, and we're just getting started. This is On the Record.
Wake up, it's the first of the month, and I'm Tej Adderley here with Our Sports Weekend. Shanae Miller-Weibo has had a rough stretch over the past couple of years, mostly due to injury. That seems to be all behind her because she's back, and she's better than ever. The two-time Olympic gold medalist won the 300-meter event at the Bob Pollock Invitational Meet in Clemson, South Carolina yesterday. You may say, well, of course she did, because she was one of only 2 runners in the event, and the other runner, Daniel Spohr, did not finish. But that's not the whole story. She finished in 35.79 seconds, the fastest time anyone has ran in the event this year. Now, this shouldn't come as a surprise, seeing as Miller-Weibo holds the world record in the 300 running of 34.41 in 2009. But she's been struggling with injuries since the 2024 Olympics and has been mostly on the shelf. But hopefully a strong showing at Clemson marks a return to the form that won her 2 Olympic gold medals. And hopefully this is the beginning of a string of victories and strong showings for Shanae. Now we're going to head over to the court to see what Bahamas did last night. VJ Edgecombe showed off his all-around game last night, dropping 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists, and a couple of explosive finishes at the rim in his Philadelphia 76ers 124-114 victory over the New Orleans Pelicans. Joel Embiid had a big night, dropping 40 points and 11 rebounds to lead the squad. Sadiq Bey, who's been on a hot streak of late, had 34 for the Pels. Klay Thompson had 9 points off the bench, all of which came from beyond the arc, but his Dallas Mavericks fell 111-107 to the Houston Rockets. Rookie sensation Cooper Flagg went off to the tune of 34 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists in the loss. And over in college, Coach Mikhail McLean and his Kentucky Wildcats got a big conference win over former UK coach John Calipari and Arkansas 85-77. Dayton Aubrey had 14 points and 5 assists to help the New Mexico Lobos get a 90-80 win over San Jose State. And Big Fred King had 22 and 8 in his Murray State Racers 103-96 loss to Belmont. And before we go, DeAndre Ayton and the Lakers are at it right now against the Knicks. So check that out if you want to see a Bahamian play in an old-school bi-coastal NBA rivalry. Well, that'll do for sports today for our Sports Weekend. I'm Tage Adderley. I'll catch you again on Saturday night.
Thanks so much, Tage. On the other side of this break, Ian McKinsey steps into the Weather Center. He's got a look at temperatures for the week ahead. Stick with us.
From the field to the fresh market, you will find fresh, delicious, mouth-watering produce and meat. Discover organic, specialty, and healthy grocery products for everyday cooking. Your adventure awaits. Experience the fresh escape. Sign up today for My Solomon Smart Rewards at Solomon's Fresh Market.
What do I have in my biggie bag? Fries, nuggets, a chicken sandwich, an apple pie, a free apple pie. It also comes with a drink. You know what? A biggie bag a day keeps the hunger away.
For a limited time only, get a free apple pie with the purchase of the Biggie Bag.
From 2017, one show has set the standard for current affairs in the Bahamas, and that's On the Record, one of the longest running current affairs shows on our TV. We've been the place where newsmakers come to talk. We've sat down with leaders in government, industry leaders, cultural icons, and international experts. From breaking news to in-depth analysis, our conversation sets the tone for the nation. We've tackled the biggest issues on the planet, held leaders accountable, and given voice to the people. From politics to culture, business to environment, no topic is off limits. Join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. and again on Sunday at 8 p.m. Catch us streaming live on Facebook or catch up with your favorite episode on our YouTube channel. 9 seasons strong, and we're just getting started. This is On the Record.
Welcome back, everyone. Here's a look now at your weekend forecast and into the week. Currently outside the studios, 57 degrees. Feels like very cool still at 52. Winds from the northwest at 22 miles per hour with some intermittent clouds. Across the country at this time, we have 48 folks. Freeport went down to 42 last night, and we had 52 here in the capital, 55 now in Marsh Harbor, as well as Great Harbor Key, 54 in Allenstown, 53 in Nicholstown, 57 in the capital, and 58 in Governor's Harbor. Central Bahamas, 53 in Camps Bay, 58 in Black Point, 61 in Georgetown, 63 in Deadman's Key, 62 in Port Nelson, as well as Coburn Town, and 60 in Arthurstown. Southeast Bahamas, we have 64 in Duncantown, as well as Delectable Bay, 62 in Colonel Hill, 66 in Abraham's Bay, 71 in Providenciales, and 70 in Matthewtown and Nagua. Satellite and radar composite, don't look for any rainfall, just high pressure, cool air mass floating in the wake of that strong, potent cold front that went through us yesterday. Just cool, cold temperatures in this week. We do have some stratocumulus clouds. That's pretty much it. That weather system should pretty much continue to be with us through about midweek. Taking a look now, we can expect cooling from now to about mid-February. We have a big dip in the jet stream, and that should continue to bring that Arctic air towards us in the wake of each and every frontal system that pushes through us for the remainder of the month. Boating forecast, small craft advisory is in place. The gale warning has been lifted. However, we're still advising boaters to remain on shore till about midweek. Dangerous rip currents as well for you swimmers. Winds northwest to north 15 to 25, still higher in those gusts. Seas 9 to 14 feet northwesterly swells. Low tide at 1:35 a.m., high tide at 7:54 a.m. tomorrow morning. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In your extended forecast, there will be a slight warm-up tomorrow, but we're advising you dress in layers and also keep those kiddies very warm and comfortable with their toms and sweaters and jackets. In this case, gradual warming by about midweek thereabouts. We're back into the 70s. Another front should push through our area Thursday into Friday. Those temperatures will dip back down into the low 70s during the daytime, and overnight temperatures, we're going to see them gradually climb and then dip back into the 50s by the end of the week. That's a wrap in the evening forecast. Make it a great, safe, warm night, everyone.
Thanks so much, Ian. Well, Cable Bahamas group of companies taking time to appreciate its employees. The company hosting another round of commendations through its Epic Awards. Employees at the company got a chance to nominate their co-workers in areas such as employee, supervisor, and manager. A number of individuals were nominated for the second quarter awards, but there could only be several winners. One of them was engineering supervisor Giovanni Gibson.
Shocked, surprised actually. Surprised that I won. Surprised that I'm even here, but hard work does pays off. What can I say? Just hard work, and the least things you expect will happen in your life. So this is what happens when hard work shows and work ethics. Good work ethic shows.
Engineering manager Siobhan Brown took home the Manager's Award. She says working for a company that goes out of its way to reward its employees pushes her to do more.
It's special, very, very special. It means so much more to me. You know, I've been with the company for quite some time, and it just feels, it's just amazing just to know that the company continues to value you, and they see you, you know. They see the work that I put in and the contributions that I make to the business, and that means a whole lot.
Congratulations to nominees and winners. The Ministry of Tourism hosting its 7th annual Food and Craft Festival in Rock Sound, Eleuthera yesterday. In partnership with the One Eleuthera Foundation, the event, held on the organization's campus, gives locals and guests like our Danielle Miller a good down-home experience. Take a look.
Right now I feel like whining, sing about me.
It was a day filled with entertainment, fun, and laughter on One Eleuthera's campus in Rock Sound, Eleuthera on Saturday, as locals from around the island and tourists attended the Ministry of Tourism's 7th annual Food and Craft Festival. The event featured a range of some of the island's best artisans in authentic crafts and local cuisine.
Man, I don't even care about finding out what in the sauce is pork, eh? All right. Turn the camera off. Let me eat this in peace, please.
As you can tell, I came for the good old island food, and I was not the only one. First-time attendee Lucille Williams shared the same sentiment.
I come to look for food.
Loyal patron Brinique Johnson echoed the same, while also telling me how she's seen the event develop throughout the years.
The last time it wasn't as big as how it look now to me. It seems like it really gotten bigger.
Another highlight of the festival was the lineup of entertainers scheduled to perform. Shine 242 was one of them. He told me the yearn for unique cultural experiences is growing.
Each island have its own vibe, and a lot of Bahamians haven't experienced that.
Manager for the Ministry of Tourism's office in Governor's Harbour, Eleuthera, Glenda Johnson Ingram, said the festival is a good time, but its purpose is to stimulate the local economy.
Support has been great from the visitors. Actually, we are here in Rock Sound where there are a good complement of boaters. So during the morning time, we see the boaters coming in and visitors passing, like going to the south or going back to the north.
This is the third year the Ministry of Tourism has held the event in Rock Sound, Eleuthera in partnership with One Eleuthera Foundation. Chief Communications Officer for OEF and CTI Yolanda Poa told me that they've continued to foster this collaborative effort as it aligns with 3 of their pillars: culture, economy, and community.
Being able to see new and diverse vendors come out and ask in advance to participate, being able to see headliners come from Nassau, Bahamian artists to bring their artistry here to the islands, seeing our boating tourists and our regular visitors look forward to coming back and attending year after year are all the signals to us that it's growing.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Danielle Miller.
Thanks, Danielle, and thank you for joining us for Our News Weekend. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Megan Shepherd. Have a safe and wonderful evening. Hi guys, Megan Shepherd here. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Just click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you stay up to date with content like this from the team you already trust.